now. Oh, everybody acting different now. Finally trying to see what I be on. Got a different style. They be at the brand new when they know I've been around. Got a fake smile on your face cause you've been inclined. I can say a lot, but I'm not. Gotta keep it down. Making sure nobody drown. I'm my brother, keep it now. Mike Jack hit me up and said I gotta beat it down. Turn me up when I'm on your speaker now. Cool. Tear it down. 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 Boosted on my cardio. I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear it down.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Minnesota Vikings. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. 'Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, the Vikings had 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They thought they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room, but they do have to start winning some games.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 31-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw.
Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Second and 3. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw again. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. In motion, the tight end. Swift. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Swift again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st. Just a gain of 1 there. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal. They'll run with Swift. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
But when the ball snapped from the 3 down near the goal line, I think in days gone by, we thought many teams would run the football, but on 3rd down in today's game, I expect them to throw it. A little counterintuitive there. They tried to run it, instead spilled for a loss.
Looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down.
Well, so much for being backed up against their goal line to start the drive. He gave them some breathing room and then some. I think the defense really got caught thinking safety, trying to stack the line of scrimmage. And oftentimes, if you can get past the initial grouping, there's a lot of room to run. The defense actually fortunate that didn't go farther.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as the tackle made just shy of the 30. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Murray now to throw. Incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Murray. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
From the 38, Murray. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Vikings will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a third-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Second and 15. He's got a man complete. He'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 32 on the play.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Saw the linebacker, Damone Clark, coming through with a stop.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 15-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken from about the 12. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Right back to him on first down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 18. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner Murray. Flushed out right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Murray now. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have cut it back within a score. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Second and 1.
Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty, because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Back to throw here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
Touchdown, Vikings!
DeAndre Swift.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken from about the 12.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Shotgun now from Murray. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Murray. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Oh, that's a big let off there on 3rd down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a first down, but for big yardage as well.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Murray off play action. He's left with no option here but to throw it away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. First down, Murray. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Patrick Queen. Trotting. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception lows they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. From the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Play fake. Murray. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Murray and company going for it on fourth. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 10. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On play action, it's Murray. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Smith catches left side. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They fake the handoff, now Murray. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Play action. Now it's Murray. Throwing left side, it's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover. Here's Murray. Going for the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Hands it off out of the gun. And the stop here will come at the 48-yard line. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming.
Boy, what would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now Murray's got to have this one. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap, Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That third down conversion good for 23.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
From the gun, here's Swift. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
There he goes, right side. 30, the 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Now a handoff up the middle. Darby.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hopkins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Swift going to try up the middle to the 27-yard line.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
On second down now. Darby, and he's going to get this pretty close to a first down, stopped at the Panthers' 21. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On third down, Darby. A gain of 4 that time as the drive will continue.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll keep it on the ground. Darby puts it on the carpet. It's out. And I think the offense got it back. They did. Inside the 10-yard line, they avoid disaster. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
On second down, Swift.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
DeAndre Swift
with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Vikings look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From the 6.
And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Murray now on first down. On the move to his left. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Carolina. 46 yards. Murray to air it out again. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Murray now to throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns them there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one is, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on all those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one. Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Minnesota, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll have another home date next week as the LA Rams come to town. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers.